In a world where major releases dominate the market and massive marketing campaigns set trends, many incredible games are left in the shadows. These games, filled with creativity, memorable stories, and innovative mechanics, simply can't compete with the money behind the biggest productions. These underappreciated games hold amazing experiences that many players don't even get the chance to discover. While blockbusters rely on million-dollar budgets and advertisements everywhere, there are true masterpieces hidden, waiting for a discerning eye to find them. That's the charm. Finding something that surprises you, that goes beyond the predictable, and that, even without all the hype, manages to leave a lasting impression on those who dare to play. The 20 underrated games you're about to discover are perfect examples of this. Each of them offers something unique, something that's been forgotten or ignored, but needs only a chance to win you over. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel. I bring you daily content, so you won't miss a single detail from the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be really happy. From one gamer to another. In first place on our list, we have Sunset Overdrive, a game that simply explodes with energy and creativity. Imagine a world where chaos reigns, but it's the fun, vibrant kind of chaos, full of neon colors and absurdly stylized movements. The story revolves around a city overrun by mutants, and you're the unlikely hero turning every corner into a playground for acrobatics. The visual style, punk soundtrack, and eccentric weapons are an irresistible invitation to get lost for hours in this universe. What really stands out is the fluidity of movement, as if you're on an invisible skateboard gliding across streets, rooftops, and even power lines. This dynamic gameplay is one of the best elements, combining exploration and combat in a unique way. One moment, you're shooting with a vinyl record launcher, and the next, you're leaping from one building to another without missing a beat. It's impossible not to feel like an action star in an exaggerated sci-fi movie. The narrative doesn't take itself too seriously, and that might be the best part. Between sharp jokes and unpredictable missions, the game makes it clear that it's here to be pure fun. The freedom it offers, with its lively and dynamic map, is something rare. If you enjoy games that put a smile on your face while offering a unique gameplay experience, this is a choice worth every minute. Next, we have Machina, a game that pushes your skills to the limit in electrifying and challenging arenas. With a visual style that blends retro and futuristic, it looks like a neon work of art in constant motion. The environment pulses with life as you move through arenas filled with enemies that demand quick reflexes and precise decision-making. Everything happens at a fast pace that is both chaotic and mesmerizing. The strength lies in the smooth and direct gameplay. The precision of the controls makes every move feel meticulously planned. Dodging a barrage of projectiles while taking down enemies is almost like solving a high-speed puzzle. The arenas constantly refresh with new layouts and mechanics that test both your strategy and skill. It's a game that rewards perseverance and keeps the player engaged from start to finish. The sense of triumph after overcoming the toughest battles is unforgettable, making it an indispensable gem for those who appreciate intense and well-crafted action. In third place, Oxenfree makes its appearance with an engaging narrative that blends supernatural mystery with brilliantly written dialogue. Set on an island shrouded in secrets, the game stands out for its balance between exploration and tension. The stylized visuals create environments that feel hand-painted, conveying a melancholic beauty as you uncover more about the island's mysteries. One of the most striking elements is how choices influence the story's unfolding organically. Conversations happen in real time, forcing you to make quick and natural decisions that shape the characters' relationships and attitudes. This keeps the narrative fluid while you explore hidden passages and solve puzzles that intertwine with the supernatural events. The integration of narrative elements with environmental challenges is fascinating. The game presents moments where strange phenomena alter reality, adding an extra layer of immersion to the exploration. These events not only challenge your perception, but also spark curiosity to continue investigating what is really happening on the island. In fourth place, we have Tacoma, a work that takes the player to the future in a deserted space station, but full of stories waiting to be discovered. The proposal is intriguing. Explore holographic records that reveal the events and lives of the crew members before their mysterious departure. It's an approach that breaks from the conventional, focusing on environmental storytelling and subtle details that challenge the player to piece the puzzle together on their own. What's most fascinating is how the environments tell stories on their own. Every room of the station is filled with interactive objects, like notes, devices, and personal belongings, which reveal fragments of the past. This level of interaction allows the player to reconstruct events in a unique way, creating a sense of intimacy with the characters and their lives. The immersion is so strong that, at times, it feels as if you were part of that crew. Another notable aspect is the freedom the game gives you to explore and interpret the information you find. There are no obvious answers or single paths, which makes the journey deeply personal and reflective. The combination of futuristic technology with human stories creates a touching contrast, showing that even in a distant environment, emotions and dilemmas remain surprisingly. In fifth place on the list, Life is Strange emerges as a game that redefines the way interactive stories are told. With an emotionally charged narrative, it puts the player in control of a young girl who discovers the ability to manipulate time. The plot goes beyond simple choices, exploring themes such as friendship, loss, and the complexity of human relationships, all set in a small town filled with mysteries. The decision-making system stands out with a surprising twist, the ability to revisit and change your choices. This unique mechanic not only adds layers to the story, but also forces the player to reflect on the consequences of each action. With every plot twist, new dilemmas arise that deepen the bond with the characters and the events unfolding around you. The visual impact also deserves praise, with an artistic direction using soft colors and hand-painted details to create an intimate and welcoming atmosphere. Every place you visit feels full of meaning, encouraging you to explore and discover hidden nuances. It's a narrative that not only entertains but also provokes deep reflection, making it a memorable experience in every sense. In sixth place, Returnal takes the player on a challenging and mysterious journey on a hostile alien planet. From the very first moment, the game impresses with its oppressive atmosphere and detailed environments that feel alive. Here, every step is a discovery, with environments that dynamically transform, creating a constant sense of unpredictability. The combat system is where the game truly shines, with mechanics that combine frantic gunfights and agile movements. Each confrontation requires attention and mastery of the controls, especially when dealing with enemies that attack in complex patterns. The perfect integration between level design and intense combat keeps the player on edge while exploring the depths of this mysterious world. Another noteworthy point is how the narrative intertwines with the gameplay, presenting fragments of the story in an enigmatic and immersive way. As you progress, you discover clues that reveal more about the planet's secrets and the protagonist's past. It's a work that challenges, surprises, and rewards the dedication of those willing to face the dangers it presents. In seventh place, Vampyr stands out as a work that combines a dark atmosphere with morally complex choices. Set in a London devastated by an epidemic in the early 20th century, the game follows a doctor who becomes a vampire, fighting against his new instincts while trying to save lives. The detailed setting transports the player to narrow, dark streets filled with secrets and intriguing characters. The combat mixes strategy and skill, with progression requiring you to balance attacks, special abilities, and resource management. Each fight brings a sense of tension, especially when the player must decide between succumbing to the thirst for blood or maintaining their commitment to humanity. This duality adds extra depth to the mechanics, making every decision a critical point in the journey. What makes Vampyr unique is the direct impact of choices on the story's unfolding and the fate of the city's inhabitants. Every interaction can alter the course of events, and the NPCs are not just background characters. Their lives, stories, and even their deaths matter in ways that resonate throughout the plot. It's a game that requires reflection and attention to every detail, offering a memorable experience for those venturing into its dark universe. In 8th place, Valiant Hearts delivers an emotional narrative set during World War I. With an artistic style reminiscent of old book illustrations, it transports the player to war-torn landscapes, where humanity and sacrifice shine amidst the darkness. It's a touching journey that explores human connections during one of the most brutal periods in history. The game combines puzzle solving and exploration of richly detailed settings, where each element tells part of the story. The challenges are closely linked to the context, such as solving problems on the battlefield or improvising strategies in risky situations. This interaction between the player and the environment makes progression unique, connecting simple mechanics with deep emotions. Another fascinating aspect is how it addresses historical events. Real documents, period objects, and contextual information appear throughout the adventure, creating a bridge between entertainment and understanding a pivotal moment in history. It's a game that not only entertains, but also provokes reflections on courage and sacrifice in times of adversity. In 9th place, the Technomancer presents itself as an RPG filled with choices and intense battles, set on Mars. The game blends science fiction with a narrative that explores politics, survival, and dark secrets. The Martian setting impresses with underground cities and barren deserts, creating a fascinating contrast between advanced technology and the struggle for survival on a hostile planet. Character progression is one of the most engaging aspects, allowing you to customize abilities and combat styles. The battle system combines melee attacks with technological powers, such as electric discharges and strategic moves. This creates dynamic combat, where adaptation and creative use of abilities are key to overcoming challenges. Another captivating element is how choices impact the outcomes of missions and relationships with NPCs. Every decision carries tangible consequences, altering how the world around you reacts to your actions. The story unfolds with mysteries that keep the player intrigued as they explore the dangers and secrets of Mars. In 10th place, Bound by Flame stands out with its dark atmosphere and intense combat. The world where the story unfolds is rich in detail, from haunted fortresses to forests teeming with fantastical creatures, each location exuding a sense of imminent danger. The dark setting is accompanied by a plot that explores the conflict between supernatural forces and the resistance of a world in ruins. The combat mechanics are varied and require precision, combining melee attacks with fire abilities that can turn any battle into a visual spectacle. Boss fights are especially memorable, with huge creatures that challenge the player to master attack patterns and think strategically. The rhythm of the battles, along with the progressive difficulty, keeps the player engaged with each confrontation. Another strong point is the enemy design, which impresses with its creativity and diversity. From undead warriors to infernal beasts, each encounter is a test of the skills you develop throughout the adventure. This attention to detail and the constant sense of overcoming challenges make the game a remarkable experience in a universe full of threats and secrets. In 11th place, Blacktail presents a creative reimagining of Slavic myths, transporting the player to a forest full of magic and secrets. With an aesthetic that blends the dark and the enchanting, the game explores the journey of a young archer who must face supernatural creatures while discovering the truth about herself. The setting is a show in itself, with environments that seem straight out of dark fairy tales. The gameplay focuses on precision and exploration, with the bow being the primary tool to face challenges and navigate through the environment. The sensation of exploring the forest is heightened by interaction with magical elements, such as plants that react to the player or hidden paths that reveal valuable secrets. This level of interactivity adds depth to the world, keeping progression engaging. The creature design is another standout point, with enemies inspired by mythological figures, combining unique visuals with challenging attack patterns. Each battle requires attention to detail, and the game balances moments of tension with opportunities to explore and appreciate the mysteries of the environment. This combination of engaging narrative and well-crafted mechanics makes this game truly special. In 12th place, Aliens. Dark Descent offers a strategic take on the iconic science fiction franchise. Set in a claustrophobic and tense environment, the game places you in command of a squad of soldiers on a desperate mission against the terrifying xenomorphs. Every dark corridor and distant noise contributes to the atmosphere of constant danger. The combat mechanics combine real-time strategy with quick decisions, requiring full attention to every move. Positioning traps, managing resources, and controlling the squad's advance are actions that demand careful planning, while unpredictable enemies can appear from any direction, altering the course of a mission. This dynamic creates an intense rhythm that keeps the player engaged at all times. The team management adds an intriguing psychological layer to the game. Soldiers can suffer stress in extreme situations, directly affecting their efficiency and creating additional challenges for the player. This system, combined with the complexity of the maps and the constant threat of ambushes, reinforces the sense of vulnerability and immersion in a scenario where every decision can make the difference between survival and defeat. In 13th place, Forged in Shadow Torch presents a visually captivating universe that combines the industrial style of diesel punk with an engaging narrative. The dark, mechanized metropolis, dominated by robotic oppressors, is a richly detailed and contrasting setting, ranging from dirty streets to luxurious factory interiors. Each location offers a distinct feel, highlighting the meticulous attention to environmental design. The gameplay mixes intense action with meticulous exploration, offering mechanics that encourage both combat and strategic movement. The varied arsenal includes short-range weapons and versatile tools, expanding the possibilities during encounters. The combat system is fluid and satisfying, with combos that allow you to adapt your approach depending on the enemies faced. The maps are carefully built to promote exploration, rewarding the player with secrets, upgrades, and shortcuts that make a real difference in progress. The transition between areas maintains fluidity, with platforming challenges requiring precision and quick reflexes. The combination of refined combat, immersive settings, and consistent progression makes this adventure a must-play. In 14th place, Astral Chain impresses by placing the player in a futuristic megacity, where interdimensional threats turn daily life into a constant battlefield. The game's aesthetic is striking, with neon-lit streets contrasting with areas ravaged by destruction and chaos. Every detail reinforces the dystopian environment, from technological outfits to the unique designs of enemy creatures. The combat stands out with an innovative system that allows you to control both the protagonist and their Legion entity simultaneously. This synergy opens up a range of strategies during battles, such as trapping enemies with energy chains or synchronizing movements for powerful attacks. This mechanic requires a careful balance between offense and control, keeping the action tense and rewarding. Between battles, the game surprises with investigations that integrate exploration elements and interaction with NPCs. These missions add depth to the universe, revealing personal stories and city secrets. This approach enriches the narrative and provides moments of discovery that make every step of the journey engaging and meaningful. In the 15th position, Alice. Madness Returns plunges the player into a distorted and dark vision of Wonderland. The setting combines fantasy and nightmares in a surreal representation, where each location explores aspects of the protagonist's disturbed mind. From macabre gardens to decaying castles, The environment is rich in symbolism that grabs attention with every new area explored. The gameplay mixes fluid combat with platforming challenges that require precision. Unconventional weapons, such as the iconic pepper grinder, make battles unique and creative. Facing enemies ranging from grotesque to bizarre is as challenging as it is fascinating, as each encounter requires a specific approach and makes the most of the available arsenal. Another highlight is the way the game integrates narrative into the environment, using visual cues and interactions to reveal secrets of the story. These details transform exploration into something beyond simple mechanics, breathing life into a world where every corner has something to say. How this intertwines with progression keeps the pace intense and intriguing. In the 16th position, Curse of the Dead God shines as an action roguelike set in dark temples with deadly traps. Each temple is meticulously designed, filled with challenges and secrets that the player uncovers as they progress. The atmosphere is enriched by dark visuals and a lighting system that intensifies the suspense with every step. The combat is visceral and strategic, requiring mastery of enemy attack patterns and effective use of weapons and abilities. What sets the game apart is the corruption mechanic, where the player gains temporary powers at the cost of accumulating curses that alter the conditions of the journey. This mechanic adds a tactical element to choices, forcing calculated decisions between risk and reward. The temples are as dangerous as the enemies, with traps like spikes and flaming pillars requiring quick reflexes. The design of the areas keeps the player alert, encouraging careful exploration and rewarding risks. This integration of environmental challenges and unique mechanics makes every second unpredictable and exciting. In the 17th position, Bright Memory Infinite offers an impressive combination of first-person action and melee combat. Set in a dystopian future, the game impresses with breathtaking environments, ranging from chaotic metropolises to vast open fields. Each setting is rich in detail, amplifying the sense of urgency during intense battles. The gameplay is marked by fluidity, allowing quick transitions between gunfire and sword strikes. The varied arsenal includes modern weapons and special abilities that enable devastating combos. The combat system encourages quick and creative movements, with each encounter becoming a dynamic spectacle that challenges reflexes and strategy. The most memorable moments occur when the game blends advanced technology with elements of fantasy, resulting in unique enemies and unexpected challenges. Boss battles are intense, testing mastery of mechanics in action-packed encounters with visual twists. This combination elevates the game to a cinematic action level that leaves a strong impression. In the 18th position, Sable captivates with an exploration journey through a vast and stunning desert, inspired by an artistic style reminiscent of graphic novels. The open world is filled with ancient ruins, monumental rock formations, and landscapes that shift with the movement of the sun, creating a sense of contemplation and discovery. The gameplay focuses on the freedom of exploration, allowing the player to chart their own path at their own pace. With a floating bike as a constant companion, you can cross dunes and cliffs in search of secrets and relics from the past. The calm pace and absence of combat create a meditative experience, where each new discovery adds more meaning to the journey. Interactions with the inhabitants of the world are memorable, offering glimpses into their cultures and traditions. Each encounter brings stories that deepen the connection to the environment, further enriching the exploration. The wealth of details and visual immersion turns this journey through unexplored lands into something truly unforgettable. In the 19th position, Splinter Cell, Conviction takes a more dynamic and aggressive approach to the renowned espionage series. With a plot that places the protagonist on a personal mission, the game oozes tension and intensity. The narrative makes good use of modern urban settings, alternating between open areas and claustrophobic spaces, offering a variety of strategic situations. The combat and stealth mechanics have been refined for a faster, more direct style. One standout feature is the ability to mark targets and eliminate them in sequence, requiring precise planning and timing. This adds a unique rhythm to the operations, allowing the player to act quickly while maintaining the strategic feel characteristic of the series. The missions are designed to explore different approaches, from silent infiltrations to direct combat, depending on the player's choice. Interaction with the environment, such as using shadows and objects to distract enemies, keeps the game dynamic and unpredictable. This flexibility in executing tasks reinforces the unique nature of each operation and keeps the tension always high. In the 20th position, Dead Rising 4 offers a festival of chaos and creativity amid a zombie infestation. Set in a shopping mall during the Christmas season, the game presents an ironic contrast between festive spirit and unrestrained carnage. The richly detailed setting turns the space into a true playground for experimentation and combat. The available arsenal is a spectacle in itself, allowing the creation of improvised weapons ranging from comical gadgets to devastating instruments. The mechanics encourage exploration of the environment to find new items and combinations, making each confrontation unique. Additionally, the hordes of enemies behave unpredictably, increasing adrenaline and the sense of urgency. Another standout element is the dynamic events and side missions that emerge as the player explores. These moments add variety to the pace, offering unexpected challenges and rewards that expand combat possibilities. This blend of humor, action, and creativity defines the game's unique tone and keeps the player engaged with every step of the journey. And take the opportunity to leave in the comments which game you think should be here. Is there a game you think deserves more recognition and would fit perfectly in this video? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you can, subscribe to the channel to help me grow and never be unsure about what to play. I'm leaving a card with 2 game lists. One I selected for you, and the other selected by YouTube. Just click on one of them to watch.